girldm, start!
Okay. Why? I checked to make sure that the audio would come through my headphones, and it's not coming through my headphones. 1 second. Why? It was on the right setting. They need to make wireless headphones that are just like not. Why can't I hear it? Just like last cooking? No, last cooking I could hear it. Hang on. I need to get headphones that are like non... Oh, now the audio works. I have to turn my headphones off and on again. Don't take headphone suggestions from chat. I'm not going to. Let me make sure that's on the right thing. Okay. Is DM teaching us a backseater recipe today? Maybe. Your headphones ain't wired? Not for cooking streams. For those of you that don't know, This will blow your mind, actually. You're all going to be very startled and confused. My streaming game setup is not the same as my hand cam setup. Absolutely wild. I know. The major difference being, since I don't have a cooking studio and my hand cam setup for cooking is my regular desk, not desk, table, dinner table, that gets turned into my hand cam desk, this is gonna blow your mind. So I have to use wireless stuff. So anybody who comes in here and asks about microphone quality and stuff, so wireless mics, because they have to be portable and they are like a lapel mic situation, which if you've seen a lapel mic, you might actually be too stupid to realize this. If you're having a hard time realizing that wireless stuff generally has like different tech and levels. So wireless stuff doesn't have the same quality levels that all the studio level stuff has. I know, wild, amazing. So yeah, anybody that wants to come in here while I'm trying to do a hand cam stream and anything, and is confused about that, you might not be hope for you. You can't be illiterate and also lack common sense, all right? Almost like it needs to use less power or something. Yeah, less power, needs to be portable, needs to have different things, has different placement, can't be directly in front of you. Like, dang, that's wild. I already saw one of them, so this is the PSA. I don't know who this mic person is, but it sounds like they have it rough. Not rough enough, actually. So anyways. Whiskey. Whiskey buddy, you had your second round already. You can't be interfering with the food this early. Nope. Nope. The cat might have to be quarantined for now. Yep, Whiskey, you're being quarantined. I will let him out later. Anyways. Straight to jail. How about thank you for the 10 gifted memberships? Thank you. Does Whiskey have the flashcards? He might. He might have the flashcards. I also did something else today, which is I didn't actually grab all the ingredients out yet. So I have them. Yes, yeah, I do have them. I'm reading through this recipe here being like, okay. So today's recipes, I'm making breakfast. Well, omu rice isn't really breakfast in Japan. It's, food is food. Yeah, well, omu rice is like usually like a lunch/dinner food. But essentially the Dodo Omelette is omu rice. And it's said to get duck eggs. I didn't get duck eggs. I know, what the duck. I got large chicken eggs instead, which it said should be fine. Did you hunt a dodo? I tried, but I was informed that, yeah. Will he get cute writing? What? What? I can show you what I've been doing for my TikTok recipes. Drinking on the job, it's it's peach and honey water. Oh, on the omu rice, I might be able to. I think I'll have to put because it has a sauce that they want me to put on top of it, to match the Final Fantasy 14 icon for it. But I can, please do the magic spell too. These are a lot of really big asks. Do people backseat cooking? Yes. Oh yes. There are people that will show up and tell me how to cook. But anyways, let's move over to the hand cam. If I remember which button is the right one on the pedal. It's not that one. Is it this? Is it this? Haha. Oh, I know what I did. That's what I did. Okay. Let me put myself. Haha. Okay. Onion. Yeah, we have one onion here. That was the button to drop the chat into the tar pits. Tar! Yay! So yeah, I have the setup. Lest we forget the salmon guy. Lest we forget, yes. I see the wireless keyboard. Yeah, I moved that under there. I don't know if I'll keep it there. We'll see. Not sure if it's been done, but can you grab your controller to see hand size comparison? I did that last time. Here, I do have I have a PlayStation 5 controller that was a PR gift that I can show you how it looks in my massive media man mitts. But okay, there is a slight. My nails are really long right now, so my actual yeah. So my fingers will look longer than they actually are, because I've got claws right now. I'm actually a little bit concerned that they might poke through the gloves. Yeah, there's no way for me to actually show you what like the length of my nails are right now. We're missing out on the nice mani. It's not even like a manicure. It's just I have gel polish on top with some builder gel. So it's just, this is my natural nail length. It's just got reinforcement. That's the controller from the game you broke. It is, yeah. But like that is where the like joint of my thumb touches the X button. Like that's where the there you go. Natural and long. Oh no, they have polished stuff on top of them that reinforces, so it lets them grow out longer. But yeah, you can see that like if I'm holding the controller as you're supposed to, so your thumbs, I can't even put my thumb flat on the joystick. Really, I have to scooch my hand up so that it's like here in order to put. Meanwhile, I'm like holding on for dear life because this doesn't rest inside my palm at all. So I can't like brace it. And then, because if I move my hand up, then I can't actually like move this finger well for the bumper, right? So I like having this here. This is why the PlayStation 5 controller doesn't work for me. Because I like to have part of it on my palms so that I can brace it for like grip and stuff. And then I have to use like the side of my thumb for the joystick. And then I can just barely tap that, you know? And it's very hard to hit triangle though in this position. I usually have to move my entire hand up if I want to hit it. Yeah. I wonder if there's custom controllers for small hands. There are. However, all smaller hands are slightly different proportions. So, should put a bunch of different controllers on Throne for chat to buy you, and then you can figure out which one works the best for you. That's so much effort. That's so much effort. And then the other thing is like, say I get the controller and I bring my index finger down from the trigger to hit the face button. I can barely do that. My finger doesn't like, that's not very comfortable. No, corpse. Listen, this is what the problem is. Okay, so say I get a bunch of controllers, okay? And I test them all out. And I find one small hand-sized controller that works perfectly for me, okay? Say I use this controller for 2-3 years, and then we got Joy-Con drift. Like something's up with the controller. It's not working the way it should anymore. So I'm like, I'll just buy a replacement one. And then just like Xbox, the company's gone. Now I have to find a new company. Just buy 3 of them at once. Just buy 100. You guys want me to be a hoarder? I'm already, my house already is like, Howl's Moving Castle is my ideal layout for stuff. You want me to do that? Like, no. I already have so many trinkets, okay? I'm like Pickle Pea, okay? Just start a company and sell your own small controllers. I don't think there's a high enough demand for it, okay? Saw the cheese video. I wanted to thank you for the recommendations. Having a good time. Yay! Chat, can we fund her a bigger house? Try to turn on the previous EQ if you can. I think it might have been better, but I wanted to confirm. What? But Ty, we did all that setup work. Are you telling me that the previous one? We spent an hour and a half. Are you telling me that this one's... Gotta test this stuff. We did test recording for it. This is with the previous one. This is the old EQ. What do you mean? Me and Ty spent like an hour and a half while I was very tired. Say a tongue twister on it. I sit upon the slitted sheet, upon the slitted sheet I sit. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick? A whole peck, I know. Crying, sobbing, and throwing up. What the heck is? There's a company that makes mini controllers. I am aware, but sometimes just because they're smaller doesn't mean that it's a better controller. This is with the new EQ. Is this one clearer or less clear? I don't know. Why can't audio stuff, why can't I just buy microphones that are expecting a higher voice tone? You need to hear the old one. This sounds... The Kuarin, it was just on the old one. Everything I just said was on the old one. The whole Peter Piper bit was on the old one. Because then they can't charge you more? No, they already... Have you heard of the pink tax? You already get charged more if you want to get the girl version. Stay with the new one. It needs more tinkering, plus the position might need some more adjustments. Well, okay, you keep saying with the positioning on it, there's not much I can do for the positioning. Like, this is the best I can do with the positioning. It's on my shirt. Sorry about the old one, I meant new one. Brain just stopped working. It's on the new one now, Kuarin! What mic is it? Are we backseating already? No, it's not technically backseating. It's like tech stuff. But there's a lot of people yapping that ain't my audio guy. And if you're not my audio guy, tape it to your face. That is what Ty has recommended. However, this is not a device that can be taped to your face. Hair clip? No, there is no way to clip this. Guys, this is too heavy. Clip it on your glasses. No, it is too heavy. Is the audio bad? Sounds fine to me. I don't know. Just put it in your mouth. I could. Duct tape. It is too heavy. Get a boom mic operator. Here, you know what? We'll just blow out everybody's eardrums. Let's do that instead. That sounds like a fun time. Here, is this better now? Is this better? Are you happy now? Huh? No, I've moved it. Now it's directly in front of my face. Is this better? Are you happy now? Is this what you wanted? It needs to be louder. Oh, okay, I can be louder. I can be loud. This perfect? This perfect? Okay, perfect. Okay, this is the ASMR I watch for. Awesome. Can't make anybody happy out here. You know what? We could just do cooking streams without girldm talking. If either that or people who are audiophiles, go to more concerts without earplugs so that you can remove the whatever parts of your eardrum are making you picky. Please don't go to concerts without your eardrums. Don't get tinnitus. No, I want them to get tinnitus after making me waste my time, okay? Just like a family that's become estranged, either due to distance or other things, the lapel mic is never going to be as good as the plugged-in mic, okay? The plugged-in mic had way more care and attention and placement and money put into it, okay? The lapel mic never got that, okay? It'll never be as good. The golden child is the microphone that's at the desk. Also, thank you, Hobo. The lapel mic has a tragic backstory, yes, which is why you should still love it, even when it sounds different and when it has flaws. And it's fine. I don't know why people are complaining, because yeah, the next person to complain about the mic quality, the backseating tax will be applied to them. Okay? Can we get a microphone villainous manhwa? What's the beverage of choice today? Oh, it is peach honey aha. Is that a real Canadian onion? So funny thing about this onion, this he's seen better days. Okay, once the outside skin of the onion starts to get like that wrinkly, this onion has been in the crisper drawer for a little long. So it's going to be good enough for this recipe, but it's scaring me a tiny bit. It's like the onion in Hades too. It's like that one. It's seen better days. Yeah, it's a sad onion. So, yeah. So it's extra crisp, yeah. The other thing about onions to be careful with, if your eyes don't do well with the onion juices, older onions are even worse, so. Did the onions in Canada taste syrupy? No, the maple syrup does. All right, so I need to gather my ingredients. Oh, good. I prepped 2 things today. So first of all, I'll show you guys the recipe. And hopefully not burp too much because I have carbonated drink. So this is recipe number 1 we're having, which is the Dodo Omelette from La Nocia. I'm using the Final Fantasy 14 Cookbook, the first volume. The second volume is coming out this month, I think. So this is the cookbook I've been using for the past, I think this is the 4th hand cam stream that we're using the cookbook for. So this is part 1. I like making like 2 recipes because there's a lot of recipes in the cookbook and not all of them are, I guess, full meal size. Also, when I was visiting Grave for AX, I took a whole bunch of I Am the Grim Reaper bookmarks, so I'm just using them to bookmark my cookbook because I have a whole bunch of them, so it's easy. And then the other one I'm making is the Nurient-Rich Porridge from girldm, and as you can see, the rest time for it is 12 hours. So last night, I made this porridge. So I'll be making it twice, technically. Because I'm going to show you guys how to make it on stream, and then I will take out the completed one, just like a high-end cooking show. Not even high-end. Oh, no. There we go. So yeah, check out I Am the Grim Reaper. It's my friend's webtoon. It's published by Viz. You're going to have so much porridge. Oh, this one's not that bad. This only makes 1 serving. Like, the recipes this time it's not the risotto. It's not the risotto, so it won't be too bad for amounts. So the Nurient-Rich Porridge makes 1 person's amount, and then the Dodo Omelette makes 2 people's amount. So I think I will make the full amount of the sauce and the full amount of the rice. And then I will, all this is need butter, onion, shiitake, frozen peas, cooked rice, ketchup, soy sauce, salt, and pepper. Yeah, I will make the full recipe of this, and then I will just keep I'll divide the rice in half, and then I'll eat half of the rice, and the other half will be for that. Frozen risotto watching you from the... Oh, you had to bring it up. You had to bring it up. This is... If anybody wants to build a house... If anyone wants to build a house... I should probably eat this weekend. This stuff's starting to get a little freezer burnt. Ito ble. Okay, put that back into the freezer where it belongs. Not gonna get the frozen peas until it's time to pee. But we can get the shiitake. Shiitake. Put the other ingredients in a small saucepan until heated and welcome in. Okay. Yay, the rice is done. Okay. Does it reheat well? The risotto? Yeah. I made the risotto the weekend after you did. I also still have some left. It makes a ton. The recipe is like, oh, it makes 4 servings. No, it makes 8. It makes 8. It's a lot. Anyways, okay. Oh, somebody was asking about cute handwriting, but other people said that my regular handwriting is cute. So let me show you the TikTok recipes. So this is gonna sound very addicted to my phone. So when I'm cooking the TikTok recipes, like the recipes, they're on TikTok. So TikTok's on my phone, right? And when I'm cooking, I still want to use my phone and not have to navigate back to the recipe. So I write down the recipe, right? How can you cook and watch TikToks? Exactly. How can I be like doom scrolling when I'd have to get the recipe on my phone? You have a second phone for TikTok? Oh no. I write the recipes down so that way I don't have to like try to scroll through it each time. So here's the onion bread that I made. And this is the canned salmon mushroom pasta I made. And this is last night's with the it's a cheesy butter beans one, but I used garbanzo beans instead because that was the only can I had in my pantry. So I keep notepads all over the place. Like I have a bunch of notepads. I have so this is when I go to anime conventions and somebody is selling like stationery or notepads and stuff, I wind up buying one because I use them for taking notes and reminding myself of stuff and writing out my grocery list and things. So I also have like, look, I have a Mofu-san notepad that matches the bowl that it came with because I got these in Japan when I was pulling gacha. So these literally go together. So I use them. I buy scratch pads because like with the intent of using them, essentially. Because I do have some cute ones and I'm like, oh, I don't want to use it. But I'm like, no, I must use it. And then I also buy stickers. I buy a lot of stickers. I love tiny stickers for like journals and things. So I have those ones. And then I have more. I have a bunch of like, oh, yeah. Look at these ones. What's missing from the one on the left? Oh gosh, which one was it? I think it's Elidibus. I think I put yeah, it was Elidibus. I put him somewhere. Didn't you buy a sticker maker too? I did. Have you been keeping up with your journaling? No. I have not. Oh yeah, when I said that I have a whole bunch of bookmarks, like so that way I can give them to friends and I can use them. Yeah. I don't know why I thought it was different kinds. No, it's all the same. It's all the same one. It's the same every single time. Every time is the same. Okay. All right. Cooking. That is indeed what we are doing today. We are making recipes and cooking. Okay. So I should get, it wants me to make the sauce first, so I will do that first. So I need to get the ingredients, which are tonkatsu sauce, tomato paste, honey, ketchup, and water. So, tonkatsu sauce, ketchup. Uh-oh, do I have enough ketchup for this? No, I do. I stole an entire bottle from the apartment party. Tonkatsu sauce. Tonkatsu sauce, ketchup, honey. Tomato paste. And water. Stole? Okay, it was given to me after the party because they bought a whole bunch of condiments. And then they were like, well, we don't want to do anything with it. So, look, here's my free bottle of ketchup. Omelette day! Hi, Lily. Yeah. As a fake nerd, what exactly is tonkatsu sauce? So tonkatsu sauce, as it says on there, is Japanese cutlet sauce. So a Japanese cutlet is tonkatsu. And it's pretty much a vinegar and tomato-based sauce that is sweeter that you put onto your tonkatsu, which is a Japanese fried cutlet. So yeah. And this one wants tablespoons for everything. Bajillion tablespoons. I'm pretty sure maybe this is gonna pain me a pain in the butt. A pain in the butt. Okay. They want me to heat it in a small saucepan. I was gonna put it in the cute bowl, but they want me to put it into a saucepan. Pain and suffering. I don't have a small saucepan that works with my... Lacey sent me that flat plate thingy that you can put onto the heat pad, cook pad thingy there, but I didn't get it, so. I don't know why I thought they wanted you to heat the tablespoons. Oh, no. And I need my small whisk. See, look, this one looks like a normal whisk in my hand. But this is, in fact, not a normal size whisk. The normal size whisk... See? Looks like a normal whisk, right? If you look at a YouTuber and they're holding the whisk, that's what it looks like in their hand. This is a normal whisk. Do you see the difference? Oh, look, a novelty size whisk. This is the normal whisk. This is the tiny whisk. Don't talk to me or my child ever again. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Ah! One is red. Very good, Jiggles. Okay, and I'm going to get my little weird scooper. That was my nickname in high school. There we go. I bought this device in Japan, and it is a, plastic spoon with flexible coating. And so it's really good for, getting everything out of the tablespoons. So, and it also has a little leg so that it sits up and doesn't touch the thing. It's this is great. One of these is great. I don't know what this thing is called. It doesn't have... It just says Marna. I don't even know if you can see that on the screen. It says Marna. That's it. Okay. Oh, water. A water dish. There we go. Okay. So it says just whisk the ingredients together in a small saucepan. Here's our pan of sauce. And we need 1 tablespoon of tonkatsu sauce. See, it's kind of like more liquidy ketchup, I guess, for consistency. However they made the packaging for this stuff is... Look at that. No drip spill. I fear I should have done the honey first. Anyways, a tablespoon of tomato paste. It says it's double concentrated, So maybe I should only use half of it. Like, it says it's double concentrated. Nah, it's always double concentrated? Okay. You know what, Daniel? You know, usually I get tomato paste that comes in the little can, but I saw this at one of the fancy grocery stores, and I was just like, you know what? It makes so much sense for it to be in a toothpaste tube, because I would brush my teeth with this, like, but also it can stay fresher longer. I'm debating getting the tubes recently. They're so convenient because you don't have like a bunch of the tomato paste being exposed to oxygen, because that's usually why the tomato paste goes bad, right? I only ever see in metal tubes. Nah, Canada, we got like the tiny cans. They're like, oh, okay, well, this is what we're doing, I guess. Okay, so we have that, and then honey, which needs a tablespoon. Well, I can get it open. I'm probably gonna have to change my gloves after this because honey is always... This is local honey. Because I like local honey. See? Wildflower clover honey. Bought it from a nice lady who makes a ton of stuff with honey and claims that it can do miracles. Yeah. Yup. Yup. She had a bunch of stuff like in the shop that she claimed that the honey could treat like psoriasis and various genetic defects that I don't think honey can fix. Buy it. They sell a ton of jars of different types of honey and they're really good. Snake honey salesman. Yeah, I know, you know, like it was good. That's called mead. Oh, don't worry, I know about mead. Actually, I think Ember took the bottles home with him. My friend Ember is making mead. So I actually got to drink some of it. Duct tape, no honey. Yeah. Oh, and then water. I need 2 tablespoons of water, and I put water in this dish because I can just do that way. Okay. And now I get to take this pitiful amount of liquid, because I don't have a saucepan yet that will work on my heat pad, my induction pad over here. So it's not going to be the most satisfying whisk. We can soak these into this at least. Local honey does help with preventing allergies, and that makes sense because it is made from like the pollen gathered by local bees, and then you are able to consume... Oh, it's not plugged in. You can consume it in a controlled way so that your body can process it. But yeah, it was claiming various health benefits that were not... It was claiming various benefits that were definitely not real benefits that you can get from honey. Honey can do a lot. But yeah. Do you use the induction burner when cooking meals off stream as well? No, I just use my regular stove when I do that, because it's, yeah. Oh, did I put ketchup? I did not put ketchup. We almost had the wrong sauce. Much less fun than Wallace and Gromit. I was like, this is not a lot of stuff. This is supposed to be for 2 servings. The tomato paste made it red enough, so I was just like, oh yeah, this has everything. It did not. While medically honey exists for cough, it's as good or better than other medicine-containing ones outside of hard opioids. Yes, which is why I said she claimed it could cure genetic defects. That was the claim. That was one of the claims she had. She also claimed that you should give it to your pets. Yeah, don't give honey to infants, yeah. That is a claim, yes. Honey can rewrite D&D? Yes. I don't think you should eat honey in a high amount high enough that changes your genetics. Can you provide 2 genetic defects? Off the top of my head, since I'm multitasking on multiple things, I cannot. I think one of the ones that was listed, like, that it prevents, was ALS, though. Salesperson sounds like there are 1,000 bees in a trench coat. Maybe. I'm a genetic mutation myself. Lily is the most powerful. Red hair? Oh, yeah! Mutant! That looks like a lot of ketchup. It's not. Sir Chris, this is not all ketchup. I'm not just heating up ketchup. There's a whole bunch of... This is sauce. This has multiple things. This is not just ketchup. Sir Chris? Have you guys seen, like, the audio clip? Sir Chris, there's an audio clip that reminds me of you in chat sometimes, which is like, I opened the door. Which door? The door to the microwave. That reminds me of Sir Chris a lot. What glass? I put the water in the glass. Okay, this is getting... It's getting whisked. It says, set aside until you're ready to serve. It only says to warm it, so I think this should be good. I remember there being an old tomato cake recipe that tastes like chocolate/apple. Oh, interesting. Bo Burnham? I think it's Bo Burnham. He's on TikTok. Shouldn't Whiskey be doing the whisking? No, Whiskey is currently in quarantine in my bedroom. So I think this should be okay now. And I'm going to... I should put it into something that's easy to pour from. That might be too... I don't think I can microwave that. I need a vessel. I require a vessel. Do I have any vessels that are good for pouring from? That I can microwave? Because I might have to microwave this. Oh, flamingos. Okay. A nuclear vessel? We're gonna pour this over here. Oh, I should probably put... Oh, this is fine. I was gonna say I should probably get the funnel out, but I'm managing okay. You're my inspiration for wearing glasses. I don't wear these by choice. I mean, I've got astigmatism bad enough that if I were... Ah! It's fine. Bust Bucketo. There's a pinned message up at the top just letting you know you currently owe $35. So for every person that was like, oh, how can you possibly backseat cooking? How can you possibly backseat cooking? There you go. First time messaging and it's backseating. I know, right? Like, the tags are still there. Dang, my bad. I mean, you get to choose. Do you want to pay or do you want to be timed out for a week? Like, it's in the tags. Backseating costs money. Unsolicited advice counts as backseating. Yeah, there we go. So now we have the sauce in a jar. They chose time? Okay. You can come back in a week if you have better control over hitting the enter key. I have to wipe this up. There you go. Can somebody clip that just so that we can play that anytime somebody's like, wait, you can backseat cooking? There we go. I've got a little bit of ketchup on the garbage bag, which is not good. Okay. People who aren't sure how cooking can be backseated have never had a relative shake their head disapprovingly as they cook a family recipe, right? I'd be impressed if someone had found something you can't backseat. Yeah, you know? Okay, so the sauce has been made. The next is to make the rice. So it says to put it into a medium pan over medium-high heat and allow it to melt. Add the onion and the mushrooms. Cook until softened, about 5 minutes. Okay. Oh, it wants it to be diced. And then, how does it want the shiitake? It just says and the mushrooms, so I'm gonna assume they want the mushroom chopped up. I'm gonna chop up, look at me guys, I'm putting mushrooms into my food. Because shiitake are the least heinous, and these are the 3 smallest shiitake in the package. So, I'm gonna be putting these in. I am going to, You're supposed to wipe them off, right? But they're gonna go into the food soon anyway, so I think I could just wash them, right? I'm gonna wash them. Because they've got they got dirt specks on them. I don't know if they're dirt specks or they're like some kind of, I don't like washing them because it makes them slimy, and they're even more unappetizing when they're slimy. You're so brave for this, DM. Thank you. So we have these guys. We got to chop their legs off so that they can't escape. And then I am going to chop them up super tiny. Look, it's the girl DM knife. Kiara just did a video recently and she was sharpening her knives. And she says that she likes mine, that she uses it a lot. So I was just like, hee hee. Anyways, this one's 1/4 of an onion. Just gonna put that. If it's over that way, then it won't reflect me. I'm gonna get those pieces off of my cutting board as quickly as possible so that they do not infect the nice wood to forever be oniony. Kiara's DM fan. Kiara has a knife through Vite Ramen as well. Of course she is. She's Chihuahua. I hold the title of the first person to use her fan art hashtag, by the way, because I drew it while she was debuting. Lizzie! Lizzie Only Reads Cute Girls. Hi! Hello, everybody. I'm Girl DM. Green-haired cat girl, villainous from Canada. And I am making food from the Final Fantasy XIV Cookbook. Not the new one. How are you, Lizzie? Lizzie also is a really good cook. And is super sweet. I'm gonna make sure that I don't reflect onto myself. Gosh, this is a very strong onion. Okay. I'm gonna put that way. Let me show you. Let me show you why I like this tool. Ready? Diced onion! It's done! And it's contained. So it doesn't make my eyes hurt. There we go. It also comes with here. It has other blades that it has too. So you can make potato wedges with it really easily. Be careful when cleaning though. I have not injured myself on it yet. Don't worry. You know who needs help cleaning? Oh, Lisa, I don't think you've seen. Wait, next time I see you, I can give you one of these. This is the Girl DM knife. Look, it's full tang. It's a nakiri. It's a Japanese style vegetable knife. I would love one. Yeah, I can give you one. It's a great knife. I think 90% of the people in the chat that have one of these has injured themselves with it, which is disappointing. I also gave it to my friend Alpha, and he trained as a chef, and he messaged me and said, "You're going to be disappointed in me. I cut myself on your knife." And I was just like, when I gave you the knife, I told you it's sharp. And he was like, "Yeah, I know." And I was just like, bro, okay, let's take the legs off so they can't escape. What were you doing on stream? Surely they're used to sharp knives, right? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do, actually? I'm just gonna throw everybody in there. I do not have expert knife cutting skills. So I just do the best I can, which is good enough for me because I'm usually the only one that's eating my food. Unless friends come over and they're like, "Yeah, let's have food together." Speaking of which, I need to bother Amber and Dio about doing a pizza night. I was too tired to bake more mooncakes today. Ah. Oh, I love mooncakes. And chess. Missed the chance to get the knife. Still looks so fun and dangerous. Are they out of them? I know that they had like B grade knives that they that had like some cosmetic flaws. I think that's part of a leg. I'm gonna chop these up super tiny so that I can't tell that I'm eating them. Smile. They're still stocked. Yeah, they're still available. Like, shiitake. Mushrooms freak me out, guys. Like, they bounce. Why does this feel like packaging? I've been building furniture recently. Like, I don't like it. You don't like mushrooms? No. Shiitake are the least offensive ones to me. I did make, there's a TikTok recipe for a mushroom canned salmon pasta that's really good. Oh shoot, I forgot to put the link in there. My ramen is also back in stock, by the way, after being sold out for like half of the year. It's yuzu shoyu ramen. And it's one of the top flavors, so it consistently sells out. So if you want ramen with cute VTuber packaging on it. Recently discovered a type of mushroom that will eat and break down previously thought non-decomposable plastic. I think actually all mushrooms have been able to do that. Here, welcome to Conspiracy Theory Time with girldm. I'm not serious. So I believe that mushrooms are gradually infecting the minds of society. So I think all the mushrooms were actually able to do that from the start, but they saw that humanity was in need for it, and so now they've decided to step up because they were having bad rap due to like Last of Us and like mushroom zombies and stuff and like cordyceps and things. So I think that's definitely real, true, and accurate. Yeah. Mycopunk? No. No Mycopunk. I did wipe down everything so I can, if I wanted to, I could use my table as the cutting board, but that would probably not be good for the table. Plants versus zombies. The plants got smart and became better zombies. Well, no, mushrooms aren't plants. They're just masquerading. They're masquerading. People are like, oh, eat your vegetables. These aren't vegetables. These are organisms. Dried micella may soon replace molded plastic packaging. I hate it here. Aren't plants organisms too? Yeah, but they don't release spores into the air. They don't take over ant bodies. They don't beat me up and take my lunch money, which definitely mushrooms have done that to me. Don't trust the mushrooms. Okay, shiitake and then 2 tablespoons of frozen peas. This recipe likes tablespoons a lot. Let me just rinse this off really quick. And you can see my Canadian packaging. Petit pois! Oh, I need skeezers. Gonna do something that people are like, oh, don't do this with your knife. Too bad, I'm going to. It's my knife, I can do it if I want to. If any of you need to take a pee, this is a good opportunity. You know? One tablespoon. Good time for a pee break, yeah. The screen's not letting me. Oh, you should not. Don't take a pee on the screen, unless you have kidney stones and you're trying to. Okay, goodbye forever. That one escaped. I think he deserved it. He worked hard for that. Is there a mushroom VTuber? There has to be, right? There's multiple. There's multiple. I'm friends with multiple too. Smile. What, you see, like, this is also why you shouldn't eat mushrooms. Like, I'm friends with some mushrooms. Why would I eat them? All right, have those, and then how much butter? A tablespoon of butter. Place butter in medium pan over medium-high heat and allow it to melt. Add the onion and the mushrooms. Cook until softened, about 5 minutes. Add the frozen peas and cook for another minute. Well, the peas are going in with the mushrooms and the onion because I didn't read that far. Season generously with salt and pepper. Okay. Grab this saucepan because it says a pan and I don't want to use the wok because I need the wok for making the omelet part. And I don't want to wash the wok. Okay. Butter. I need to get it from the fridge because that's where it lives. And I think this might be more than a tablespoon, but I have a question. Is this unhinged? So when I get butter, usually the butter comes packaged in this big brick, right? So when you have recipes, they don't ask you to use that whole brick. They're like, oh, use a tablespoon, use a half a cup, use a quarter cup of butter, right? So I guess I cut the brick with the skin on, but then you're left with the butter 4 sticks to a brick for me. They don't, most of the bricks that I can find are the full brick that gets cut into the 4, but they don't sell it individually in the 4 ones. Do you... Yeah. That looks like my butter. You're fine, damn. Okay, good. I was just making sure, because my family doesn't do this. My family, they have a butter dish, and the butter gets put into the butter dish. Meanwhile, I'm just like, yes, we'll gingerly wrap it in its remaining skin so that it can be protected from the bitter cold in the fridge. I'm just like, I don't know. Let's see, they want medium-high heat. My induction heat pad has hot pot, fry, barbecue, soup, warm, porridge, and water. I'm gonna assume porridge might be medium-high. I don't know. Barbecue's 320. Porridge doesn't tell me the temperature. You know what? Maybe it's barbecue. We'll put it on low barbecue first. The only bad thing about doing it this way is that sometimes you get schnibbles of paper. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You get schnibbles of paper in your butter. See, it's fine. Hey, it's okay. Schnibbles? Yeah, schnibbles. Just a schnibble. Paper's extra fiber. This got like aluminum foil in it too. And then this just says cook them. So, all right. Butter dishes for serving butter to accompany Frankenstein butter I use for myself must be wrapped to hide its shape. Accurate, yes. I'm pretty sure, yeah, this is more than a tablespoon of butter, but it's restaurant quality. It's like a tablespoon and a half. But yeah, just waiting for the butter to butt. Is that what butter does? I made the recipe I made last night. It's supposed to be like a cream Parmesan butterbean dish, which I made with garbanzo beans instead. That stuff is so good. It's so good for no reason. Well, I know why. I know why it's so good. It's because it's got cream cheese in it and Parmesan and seasonings and stuff. It was really freaking good. And then I had, I got the protein tortilla wraps because I was like, this is a really easy way to get even more protein into this dinner. And so I put the garbanzo bean mixed stuff into the protein wraps. And it was like a happy, cheesy burrito full of protein. The other thing I like about this is that the base of it comes off, so it's really easy for me to just transfer this into the pot. Oh, Ouroboros. No, it wasn't. This wasn't pasta. This was beans. This was beans in a Parmesan garlic cheese sauce. A cream sauce. There we go. And now these get to be cooked up together for about 5 minutes. I think the onion might be kind of a larger dice. That's okay. I like onion. Shredded Parmesan sort of makes most things really tasty and flavorful. This actually didn't even need that much Parmesan. Like, it only needed a quarter cup. Ultra Savings people, he reused their pasta water. It was cloudy. Like, to make more pasta? Or... Yes. Oh. That doesn't sound good. Like, you can reuse your pasta because, like, the water from it for other applications because you get the starch in the water. Does that keyboard have a trackpad? Yeah, this is a, I'll show you this while that's cooking. This is a folding travel keyboard that I use for the cooking stream because the laptop is all the way over there and I don't want to try to touch it. That's so cool. You know what's even cooler? It has 3 different Bluetooth connection settings. So you can have it connect to your laptop and like your tablet and your phone and swap between them. And now we get to keep cooking this. Yeah, I think I put this at the right temperature. The thing with induction is that there's kind of a learning curve for it, I feel. Because induction heats up way faster. I saw this show that had this lady that kept reusing the same hot dog water for weeks. Yeah, but that's hot dog water. I feel like that's different. Hot dog water is what sustains our society and the community. Like, in fact, the economy is so bad right now because everybody's forgotten about the hot dog water. They can pry my gas cooker from my cold, dead hands. It'd be nice if my building had a gas hookup. I'm sorry, what? What? Yeah, Neil likes cooking with gas. Hot dog ice cubes for unwanted guests. Making roux with hot dog water. Gas cooking is the way. Wasn't there a study that showed that even if you have decent ventilation with a gas cooktop, you still get really negative effects from the air? Okay. For my health, I will continue to use induction. I do have a gas cooktop, but I usually use the gas cooktop for when I have friends over and we're doing shabu shabu or hot pot. People misunderstood that study. Did they? Some things are worth it. When I say gas, it's natural gas. Yeah. Mom and Dad DM have a natural gas cooktop. Unfun trivia, your blood plasma tastes like hot dog water. Don't ask how I know. Jaunt, I feel like this might be why the blood donation clinic put you on leave. I'm an HVAC major now, and no, the gas does not have any carbon monoxide in the mixture. Air and gas is appropriate for optimal fuel. If the mixture is appropriate, that's if. I found the video, Lazy. I can't look at it right now. Which video? It was trying to show that heating up oil or butter or fats does aerosolize this stuff a lot, so a lot of oil in the air. I prefer cooking with unnatural gas. She cooks lasagna in the dishwasher. Extreme Cheapskates by TLC. I still need to try making dishwasher salmon. I don't think I've ever once encountered a stove with burners that were properly calibrated and tested on an annual basis. You're so right. I've used dishwashers to infuse spirits. Ooh. Can you live stream from a GoPro in the dishwasher? I feel like you would need a light source that's waterproof and heatproof. I don't think you need to have dishwasher salmon. People have different needs in their lives in different walks of life, okay? This is how the food's looking, by the way. I know you guys can't see the cooktop all that well, but look at the butter bubble. My dishwasher has a glass front and a light in it. What the? Dishwasher salmon? Yeah, you sous vide the salmon in the dishwasher. Cook until softened. I'm waiting for the onion to get a little bit softer. I am going to turn this down a little bit and then add the rice, ketchup, and soy sauce. Ooh, soy sauce. Soy sauce. Soy sauce and the rice. I need a cup of rice. Only wants a cup of rice? That's not. This is gonna be a small omelet. Look. It's gross, actually. There's a spot on it. Hang on. Why are you sauce? Because. Yeah, Kappa. Isn't it cute? Okay, 1 cup of cooked rice. I did wash my rice, as that is the type of rice that it is. If you are using a short grain rice for an Asian dish, generally speaking, you should wash the rice off because the starch will interfere with the texture otherwise. Okay. And a tablespoon of ketchup. I'm just going to eyeball this. Yes, they put ketchup into the rice for omelets. Did you wash it with soap? Yeah, very quickly. And then 2 teaspoons. That's about it. And then stir until combined. Okay. I love this thing so much. It's solid enough that you can stir with it well, because only the very tip of it is the flexible bit. This I would honestly recommend if you were to make this recipe. I would actually recommend day-old rice, I think. What kind of ketchup? Acidic or sweet ketchup? Just the standard ketchup that we have here. See? Ketchup rice. And that looks suitable. French's, yeah. French's ketchup. Because Canadians have a vendetta against Heinz. All right, turn that off. And move some stuff around so that I can keep this on the side. And also get a trivet. What did Heinz ever do to Canada? So they had a factory that had a bunch of people working there. That was in Canada. I don't remember the full details, but essentially, they went back on a promise. They closed a plant in Leamington. Yep. So there were a whole bunch of people that relied on them there, and they said that they wouldn't do something like that, and then they did. So, French's! Misread the title, was scared to click on stream. What? Leamington, yeah. So that's why. French's owns the same plant now. Yeah, French's bought it and was like, okay, back again. So, French's. Omurice, yeah, we're making the Dodo Omelette, which is essentially omurice. From one ketchup to another, yep. So we have all that in. It says to add salt and pepper. There's already soy sauce in this. I don't think it needs. The butter wasn't salted, though. Okay, yeah, a little bit of salt. Oh. Nice mid-frog blink that the model stopped on. Nice. How much sodium can we fit into one small dish? Well, okay, to be fair, it was only 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. So it's not a lot at all. Does that cutting board have Coca-Cola or Zero Coat as the middle stripe? I'm not sure. I do know that none of the wood has been stained, so it's all the natural colors. Man, I have this, like, gouge in the cutting board. Okay, salt and pepper can go over here. The next part is the omelet part. But I think what I should do before making the omelet part, because as soon as the omelet is made, it'll have to go onto the rice and that'll be ready to go. And the other recipe, the porridge, doesn't have cook time. Because I don't want the omelet rice to go cold. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So, make cutting boards. The reason I ask is I'm pretty sure those are toxic. I can't tell what the middle one is, though. Okay, then it's likely not that. Didn't you make it yesterday? I did, Fake Boy, but I want to show how you actually make the porridge, because it's one that you have to rest. I don't know. If I see the guy again, I can ask him what he made the middle section for with. I'm pretty sure he did not use poison wood for the food item. They're kind of strict about that here. Okay. So pretty much for this recipe, it's essentially overnight oats. Oh, hey, I know that webcomic. Yeah, my friend makes it. I use it for that. Okay, so what you need is you need a container that can hold at least 2 cups worth of things. And then you have your dry and your wets. So you first have to dry your dries. And then you have to wet the dries. And then they have to be all over the place. Okay. Let me grab all of the mystery containers so I can put them all there. I should have grabbed them earlier, but I didn't. So we're doing it now. Haha. I do not have... This says to get golden raisins. I don't like raisins, and I couldn't find cherries on their own. So I have cranberry and cherry mix, which I used to substitute instead. So, I miss girldom. What do you mean? I was off screen for a minute. It's like DM is talking to us beyond the void. I'm literally right here. Do you use a rice cooker or do you prefer making it stovetop? I do both. Okay, so this needs half a cup of rolled oats. I only have a 1/3 cup measure in here because that's how I usually make stuff. So, half a cup of rolled oats. I use a coffee storage container that pushes all the air out of the jar. It's fancy. The heart rate monitor told us you were dead. Don't listen to the technology. Listen to me. Okay. Oats. And then I put the teaspoon back here in preparation. Fun fact, Del Monte recently filed for bankruptcy. Well, I guess I'll have to source my stuff. I'll tell you once we get to that. Once we get to this part in here. Okay. Ground cardamom. Which I also used this for the chocobo cake. So I was very happy to see that I was using more of this spice, because most of the time I don't use cardamom for all that much. I find it's used more often in, like, most of the time I've seen it as an Indian food. I find your hate of raisins odd still, but acceptable substitute. I don't hate raisins. They're just not my favorite. And then this is for me, so I'm going to get my favorites. Ground cinnamon. Unfortunately, this has one of these types of caps, so I usually just do this trick instead of scooping it out. Do you think that chicken divan recipe would work with cream of mushroom? Yes. Yeah, so they have the little grooves on the bottom. If you get another spice container and you do that, if it's the type that doesn't like to shake out, it'll send enough vibration that it'll just go, like, straight out. So the cardamom you can put with coffee? Probably. And then ground allspice. They need a 1/4 teaspoon. So this is a 1/2 teaspoon, so I'll just get half of the half. Okay. And ginger. So I don't have ground ginger. I have freeze-dried ginger. So it wants 1/2 teaspoon of ginger. This is slightly less than 1/2 teaspoon of ginger, and they're more potent. So I just put that in instead, because I'm pretty sure that ground ginger is the same ginger as this ginger. It's just dried and ground up. So yeah, it should be okay. I like ginger. If you don't like ginger, then I want the freeze-dried ginger. Oh, I have freeze here. Let me show you. Let me show you all my trinkets. I have freeze-dried ginger. I have freeze-dried chopped garlic. And I have freeze-dried sliced onion. Green onion. And these ones are both in the little tiny, the little bits. So, yeah. Okay, additionally, it needs a teaspoon of chia seeds. I have my chia seeds in here. Yeah, I went to a Asian grocery store here and found those, and I was like, okay, I'm buying packages of all of these. Oh, for cement. Yes, this is for cement. When I make cement on accident, it's because I've put this much chia in, which this is about 2 tablespoons. Is that Korean? Yep. Korean packaging, because it's from the Asian grocery. And then pop this over here. And the next thing is, oh, it wants a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's about a 1/2 teaspoon. Probably not quite. A little more. I need to put more of my girly pop salt into my salt grinder. It's like, it's on its way out. Then 2 teaspoons of flaxseed meal, and I'm using the 1/2 teaspoon measure, so that's 4 spoons. This was an interesting ingredient. Okay, look how it reacts to, like, do you see how it's jumping from the static? Like, you're scaring it. Oh, my bad. Make sure your flaxseed meal is sufficiently spooked. Okay, the magnets they're trying to get you to consume. Hey, wait a minute. How much iron content does this have? 0.75 milligrams of iron for 2 tablespoons, and I just had 2 teaspoons? Yeah, I don't know. I had to buy this. Apparently you can use it as a vegan egg replacer. I think flaxseed is kind of similar to chia seeds in that it, like, does moisture things. I don't know. I had to buy this for the recipe, so I was like, I wonder. It goes kind of goopy? Okay. And then, so, okay. I think I know why Del Monte is declaring bankruptcy, okay? So, the recipe calls for 20 grams of dried cherries. I was making this last night, right? These packages are 20 grams each. So, 1 package, right? Well, you see, at this point, I was having this, like having my other container, on top of the weight thingy, okay? And it was, I opened 1 package, and it was 14 grams. So let me show you, okay? This is claiming to be 20 grams. The packaging is empty. Now we have this one. I'm gonna put that, gonna put this, no, I don't have anything that's short enough that can stop them from intermingling. But anyways, I'll just use my hand. So, this one is also 20 grams. I can't even make these lay flat. And this whole package is like that. One package always tells lies. The other package is always way more overly honest. I would clip this and send it to the company email. What's the point? They just declared bankruptcy. Corpse. They're not going to be a Del Monte anymore. I'm going to roll up to Spirit Halloween after they've left the shop and be like, hey guys, it's Halloween costume. Sucks. All right, and then a tablespoon of beet sugar. I could not find beet sugar, so instead I have slapped sugar instead. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Just become Monty. I don't want to be Monty. I want to be girldm. Okay, so now we have our dries. And then the next thing that they want you to do is put a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt and then 3/4 cup of milk. So that's what I'm going to do. Retrieving the precious cargo. So it wants a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt. How many tablespoons are in a 1/4 cup? 0.25. 4 tablespoons. Okay, that's easy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It does recommend that you whisk the wets separately, but I'm not going to. And then 3/4 cup, so this is going to be 12 tablespoons of milk. And this is my homemade soy milk. So I need 12 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 3/4 cups of milk, because I didn't want to get the 1/4 cup measure. How long does the soy milk keep for? Usually like within a week. There we go. And then you put the lid on. And then you make an earthquake. And then this sits overnight in your fridge. And you can eat it in the morning. Put the lid on and release your inner rage. Exactly. Exactly. You get your upper arm move exercise. Ta-da. So that's why I had to make this in advance last night, because it has to sit. Because I have the completed one, although I do believe that I actually didn't put as much milk as I was supposed to. So I'm just gonna put a little bit more milk into this one, because it did absorb the moisture, and this should be fine. It might be cement too. This one's a little cementy right now, but it'll be fine after I mix it. The bad chatters get put in the food shaka box for their crimes. Yes. Do I need milk for the... I do. So the recipe asks for goat milk. I tried really hard to find goats, but I didn't want to install Overwatch again. So we just have soy milk. And then a teaspoon of canola oil, but instead of using that, I am going to use the spray bottle. So. Omelette. Oil spray. All right, so it says for the eggs. I'm going to read that completely. I'm going to read this completely first, okay? It says, in a large bowl, whisk together the eggs and milk. Heat a medium frying pan. I don't have a medium frying pan. This is non-stick, so it's pretty close to psychic. Maybe. Heat a medium frying pan over medium-high heat. Add the canola oil and allow it to heat up. Add the eggs to the pan and whisk for a couple of seconds. Tilt the pan and cover the bottom with the eggs. Reduce heat to low and let the bottom of the egg completely set. The top will be a bit runny. Okay. Place one of the rice portions on top of the eggs. Take the edges of the eggs and wrap the sides of the rice. This will not cover the rice completely. I think it will, because I have a larger pan. I mean, I guess it's kind of medium just at the bottom of it. It's a wok. That was pretty slick. Hey. Move the omelet to one side of the pan, carefully flip it onto a plate so the eggs are face up and the rice is hidden. Using a paper towel, shape the omelet into a pointed oval. Cover with a generous portion of the sauce. Okay, this is gonna be one of the top 10 most difficult difficulties to ever be experienced on a girldm stream. This is a momentous occasion. Look how cute my grahatia plate is. This is a momentous occasion. I do need to get a container that I can pop the rice into. This is fairly oval shaped. You can actually get a, in Japan, you can actually get omu rice molds. So we're going to do the very best that can be done. And hopefully, Mr. Kichi-Kichi-san will never see my video. I feel like I should just put this entire portion of rice in here. I feel like this is not like... No, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. Unless... I'm going to have to, like, slam this down with force. That's not a lot. We're just gonna... just a little bit more. I've been to Japan. I've had omu rice. Want to make sure that this is actually, like, a reasonable amount. I also didn't eat breakfast yet. I had coffee this morning. And that was it. Okay, that looks more suitable. Is the graha plate plastic or ceramic? It's plastic. It's plastic. I don't put these into the dishwasher because I don't know how the printing was done on them, and I don't want them to get ruined. No sludge? Yeah, no sludge. All right, so we have the rice. And I have milk and egg. Need to get out of the fridge. Where egg? Okay. So. And it wants me to whisk again. Cow egg. I have omega-3 eggs with a bouncy ball and a baseball cap and arms and legs. No legs. And arms. Why didn't they give him legs if they're going to give him arms? US Whisk, I guess it's time to go free Whiskey. Oh, you're right. I should actually free him. Whiskey, would you like to come out of prison? Prison break, Mr. Whimskers? Oh, he was just laying down. He was lounging. He literally didn't care. Okay. It says to whisk. I'm just going to use a fork. 1 egg. 2 egg. I don't think I got shell. I think it was still, I saw like, looked like a piece of shell, but I think it was still connected to the membrane. How dare you? Oh, a difficult battle. Oh, not a difficult battle. Actually, easy. Easy peasy. It's like going through a Hades run and getting your death defiances refunded. Okay. Easy peasy. And then 2 tablespoons of milk. There we go. And I get to make more milk tonight so that I have enough for sludge. Never learned a way to easily remove pieces of shell from eggs. Oh, so the actual easy method, if you're not wearing gloves, and if you're making it at home, and you're making it for people that may or may not care about your spit in it, is you can lick your finger. Like, lick the tip of your finger, and then you can grab the eggshell with that. You say ew. However, that is an easy way. If it's a tiny piece of shell, omelet with a side of spit, you're licking the tiniest bit onto your fingertips so that you can just get that eggshell out. You're not going patooey into your entire mix of eggs. Although some people might be into that. Okay, turn this back on again, and we're gonna put it onto barbecue. And I'll put it back onto 212 because that's what I did last time. I no longer wish to eat DM food. Did you not listen to all the clarifications I just put? If you're cooking for you. Okay. Look, DM, we can listen as well as we can read. Yeah. Right, but I'm not cooking right now. So you're just passing judgment on me arbitrarily because of the internet? Is that what this is? Yes? Oh, okay. Might as well. You know, absolutely fair. You're so real for that. I think I might actually just use up the rest of the milk in here. I like your cutting board. It's pretty. Thank you. That's why I bought it. Because it's pretty. I looked at it and I was like, huh, this is a pretty cutting board. It's also a very, very, like, dense, heavy cutting board. And I got it at a farmer's market. And I had to lug around this cutting board. Yeah, it's solid wood. Okay, letting this heat up. We'll move out the shiitake. And scooch this a little closer for you to be able to see the omelet. I'm concerned that this is going to be... Okay, so it says, add the eggs to the pan and whisk for a couple of seconds. Tilt the pan and cover the bottom with eggs. Oh, this is concerning. This is always where I have, like, some trouble with cooking Japanese omelets. Oh, I have these. So... I don't normally try to make the eggs super duper nice, so. All right. So this is to whisk the eggs around for a bit. But I don't want to whisk too high because I don't want it to hit the edges of it. Tilt the pan and cover the bottom with eggs. Like, so you're supposed to whisk it so that it can start forming like the omelet curds or whatever on the base first and be nice and solid and work its way up. So are you gonna try to do the cool spiral trick with the egg? Not doing the spiral, because this is going to be omelet rice, so won't be proper. Spiral trick? Yeah, you can make a tornado omelet, but this is not going to be, this is a omu rice, so the rice needs to go into it. Hi, Whiskey. Okay. Now it's starting to form up. Hi. Oh, laying down. Hi, baby. Oh, you're so cute. We get to torment you later. Okay. Tilt the pan. Reduce the heat to low. Okay. And let the bottom of the eggs completely set. The top will be a bit runny. Place one of the rice portions on top of the eggs. Take the edges of the eggs and wrap the sides of the rice. This will not cover the rice completely. Cook until the egg has mostly set. This is where I'm going to be concerned, because I want this to form up to be like good. But the thing is that you can't tell what the bottom of it looks like, right? Hence my concern. Trust your heart. Well, my heart says that I should throw this into the microwave because the sauce has gotten a little bit cool. 20 seconds and hope it doesn't explode. Like, the middle is setting, but the outside of it isn't set yet. Like, I'm trying to watch the edges of the pan to see. Because if the edges form up, then it should be ready, right? What a complicated dish. Any manhwa updates? I've been reading a couple of them. So fun fact, our favorite manhwa, Tree Pregnant, it has it's in the epilogue update, so a lot of manhwas will do these bonus chapters after the main story chapters are done. Okay, so if you thought Tree Pregnant and then Mind Palace husband were reset the timer. So it wouldn't be like a good manhwa unless they had like, oh, I want to get like a cover for this, but I don't think I should cover it. Like, they have to have a body swap arc, right? in the like the after, so before their like marriage situation, at the bottom of the eggs, at the top will be a bit runny. It's the edges aren't set though. The edges here are not set. Like the middle section, maybe it's starting to set. Oh, nope. Soiled it. Anyways, so she and her husband have body swap happen. And her husband dead? No, he got brought back to life. Because they beat the big bad, so everything was able to be fixed and there was no consequences to him, like, passing away. Anyways, so she gets pregnant. Like, normal pregnant. Not tree pregnant. And they keep body swapping while she's pregnant. Still with magic power? Yeah. Like, and she'll be like, oh, no, I want to go out and do things. And he's like, no, you can't go out and do things. And then she'll be like, well, I'm going to anyways. Like, pregnant women are still capable of doing things. And then he body swaps with her and it's like, haha, I'm going to rest for the baby. And it's been very strange, but they're currently having an issue in their marriage where people think that they're not affectionate enough with each other. So they're trying to show that, like, they love each other. But they keep body swapping. So I'm just like, really? What is going on here? What is happening? Okay, I think, hopefully, okay, it says to take the edges of the eggs and wrap the sides of the rice. How? How am I supposed to take... This does not look takeable. Maybe I have to cook it longer? Maybe the bottom needs to cook up a bit more? With Moxie, that's how. Burnt to a crisp. Forgive me if I don't take any advice in any food. You know what? Fair. The author has to run through every trope. It's in their contract. See, the heinous thing about this is that they're doing all these bonus chapters, and it would have been great if the final scenario would have had some of this information. You know? Okay. Like, maybe I need a bigger spatula? This is... Okay. All right. Okay. I need this to come up. It's folding. Why are you folding? Don't fold. Don't fold. You need to... Oh no, the rice is moving. Ah! Why are you folding? I need... Guys, bear with me. This might be an ugly omelet. Ah, stay. 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 You are going to stay right here. Stay. doesn't want to... It doesn't want to combine! It doesn't want... Ah! Ah! It's escaping! Stop escaping! You're happy here. No! I don't know what kind of black magic they use in order to, like, this looks like it's okay now, but now the sides are unfolding. And it's rolled up on that side again. Okay. Ah, no! Oh, it's okay, we can use the sauce. The sauce can hide up its sins. Okay, you know what? Good enough. Pop a lid onto that baby and let it, we just won't look at it. Just flip it over and tuck. Easy. I feel like that is not a word that should be used with this. I knew coming into this that this would be a time. So we're gonna start plating up this stuff. So I have my porridge. Don't worry, the omelet, as soon as I'm done scooping this porridge out, the omelet should be as ready as it'll be. The porridge smells really, really good. Like, I do, if you have the cookbook, I recommend making the porridge. Like, the additional ingredients are kind of a pain, but it's actually really good. Smelling, flavor-wise, I'm not sure yet. I might change my mind after it. Okay. And then it says to use paper towel to make it into the proper form, but much like Quasimodo, or even Frankenstein's monster. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's okay. Okay. It's okay. It's fine. Daijobu. Kenchana. Do I not have a non-reflective fork? I do not. I need to get some forks that are non-reflective. And the sauce needs a little bit more. Hi, Whiskey. Hi. Looks just like the picture. Or like, it's almost just like the picture. My omelet has like, so as you can see, this is actually a reference to Shadowbringers, where you have that big area that you do the raid series in. That's all like the white sand area. So that's what this represents. All right. Gotta make... Her sauce looks a lot more saucy than mine was. Honestly, it looks good to me. But Kiwi Cat, it doesn't look exactly like the picture done by the professional photographer that likely took multiple takes in a controlled environment. Oh, and then I should probably put little green thingies on top. Ah, little green thingies. Gotta make it look like the picture in the game. And likely, is it edible? No, the creator of it, the cookbook is a mutual of mine now on socials, which is terrifying. And I'm pretty sure this is actually like something real that's consumable. So in the cookbook at least. You're too hard on yourself? Of course I am. I'm a perfectionist villainess. All right, we are going to, because the ketchup should be light enough in color that... Hi, Whiskey. Don't come up here, it's hot. Don't come up here. Sir. Did you make the ketchup from scratch? No. I want to write with ketchup, but I don't have a writing bottle. Not bottle. Yeah, bottle. I don't have the writing bottle, so I'm glooping ketchup into a plastic baggie, and I'm going to trim the tip of it so I can write with it. What should I write? What should I write on it? Letter T and a heart. Oh, you know what? Letter T and a heart. Okay, some of y'all calling for whiskey. That's too much. The letter T and a heart. Okay. I'll do even better. I don't know why I did the R uppercase. Uh-oh. This is Thancred. Hehe. And then I can have that as like a little snack pack later. And here, can you read it? Barely, it's barely visible. And then I have the porridge in my Graha Tia mug. And then we gotta do this, okay? Ready? Are you ready? We go. Oishiku nare, nyan nyan moe bean. And now it's delicious, regardless of its flaws. The spell is complete. I'm gonna take my food picture. Oh, let's get the stuff out of the way. And then we gotta do a taste test. And I say we, and I mean me, not you. I'm gonna have to do some contrast skill to make the Thancred more visible in the text. Does it work like that, or is it like video and doesn't work for yourself? Oh, I'm sure it works. So we have our porridge. This is the is it La Noscia? No, it's not La Noscia. The omelets from La Noscia. Girabania, yeah. Girabania. This is from Alagana. What is in the porridge? It has rolled oats, cardamom, allspice, cinnamon, ginger, chia seed, salt, flaxseed, raisins, dried cherries. Well, it doesn't have. I have cranberries. I have craisins. Sugar, yogurt, and milk. And my spoon is a shovel. Is that a shovel? Yeah. Mmm. This is really good. This is really good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shovel. Where can I get a shovel spoon? I got mine from the 100 yen store. Would this work as a comfort food, or is it too involved? This is really easy. You can make this, you can put this together in less than 10 minutes. It takes more time getting the ingredients out than putting this together. Like, here. It's overnight oats. Problem with it being a comfort food is it needs to sit for 12 hours. Yeah, but it's overnight oats. Like, just make it before you put yourself to bed. Or just make it daily. I almost dropped the pot lid. All right. Omelette time. First step, remove the cat fur. Mm-hmm. Tastes like omurice. Time to destroy this entire thing, because I didn't eat breakfast. You don't taste any mushies? I do. It's just they're less heinous, so. Like, I can put up with shiitake. They don't deter me from eating the dish. This is literally your breakfast? True. There's a little fish girl in the book? Oh, not a fish girl. This is one of the snake tribe people. The ones that Lise is like, no, we should trust them. Even though they've been talking about how they want to resummon their primal. We should let them join this group. Yeah, the Ananta. We should let them into the room, actually. They said that they wouldn't do it again, and then they did it again. Om nom nom, 1:30 p.m. breakfast. Yummy. Yeah, the sauce is good. The honey makes it a bit sweeter. I would recommend, if you are making this yourself, don't stream it, so that the sauce can stay the right temperature, so it pours better. I think that's my only criticism with the recipe. It doesn't take into account the fact that I'm streaming. It is really good, though. Definitely, I would also recommend if you make it with leftover rice. I'm going to absolutely destroy this omelet. I'm so hungry. I'm no fan of mushrooms. You can put in something other than mushrooms. You could put corn in instead of mushrooms. I'm following what the cookbook says. But if you're not a mushroom fan, we can make it with corn instead. Wish there was a place around here that did good omurice. I have not found a place here that does good omurice that I can have. What if we don't like corn or mushrooms? You could take chicken, cooked chicken, and dice it up and throw it in. You could also dice up some potatoes. If you don't have time to do that, get yourself some frozen tater tots, air fry them till they're crisp, and then mash them up and throw those into the mix. You could do beans. What if we don't like chicken, potatoes, or tater tots? You could put tofu. What if we hate food? If you hate food, then I recommend getting one of those stomach buttons instead, so that you don't have to eat. You can literally just get nutrition packs that you combine together, and then they go directly into your stomach. Although I'm looking at this, so could you substitute something for the honey? Oh, absolutely, 100%. The honey is only to go into the sauce to sweeten a bit. So you could put a little bit of maple syrup instead. You could also just, like, if you have sugar syrup, like if you have a simple syrup, you could just use that instead. But I'm looking at the cookbook here, and they also have a farmer's breakfast, and I just realized that I probably could have made this because I have I ordered in my food delivery, I have vegetarian breakfast sausage, and I could have made that. Farmer's breakfast next time then? Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Yum. That was really good. If you have the 14 cookbook, this is tasty. Are you vegetarian? Pescatarian. Yummy. That one's good. Where do you find a dodo for this? Oh, I don't worry about it. I don't have a time machine built that it's for my exclusive use. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have that. Do not ask me again. Okay. Now I need to move this stuff off of here. The porridge is really good. The porridge, this is a sleeper hit. Like, I will preface, if you like the smell of cardamom, then you will probably like the porridge. And it's really quick and easy to make. And it's really healthy. And it's got a bunch of really good dietary fiber in it. Like, this is really, the porridge, like, omurice. I've had omurice before. I enjoy omurice. I think this is a good recipe. It's very tasty. Putting the omelet on top of the rice is always the biggest headache, though. Aside from the 12-hour prep. It's not even 12-hour prep. Like, pretty much what you have to do for this one is just make the recipe. Because it takes less than 10 minutes to make this. Like, you throw everything into the container and shake it really hard. And then it's good to go. Okay? So wait until you've had your dinner. Like, eat your dinner. Eat whatever. And then while you're like cleaning up the dishes or whatever, throw everything into the container and mix it up because you're not hungry. Currently, you just had your dinner. Then throw that into the fridge and it will be ready in the morning when you wake up and you are hungry. And then you'll be like, wow, thanks, past me. For once, I'm not cleaning up one of your mistakes. And you'll be like, oh, wow. Does that less than 10 minutes apply to most, if not all the dishes in that book? No. No, Jack. As you can see, stream's been going for 2.5 hours. I spent about 10 to 15 minutes yapping and doing audio checking. And then I made all this other stuff. Are there any congee rice porridge recipes in there? I think so. Yeah. Well, actually, I don't think they have a rice porridge. They have chawanmushi, but chawanmushi isn't a rice porridge. Yeah, they don't have a rice porridge. This is so tasty. This is so good. Sleeper hit. I added that on as an afterthought because I was just like, oh, like, whatever. I need a second dish to go with the omurice just so I can have like 2 recipes out at once. Nah, that's banger. The porridge, Overnight oats porridge. Oh my god, that's delicious. Like, very spiced though. So if you're not a fan of like really complex spices altogether, if you're not a fan of like heavily spiced things, it can be a lot, but it tastes kind of like Christmas. It's the cinnamon? No. The cardamom is what is really forward on it. Like many delicious things, likely high in carbs. It has oats, flaxseed meal, chia seeds, and dried cherries. So, I don't remember what exactly oats have carbs-wise, but let me see what the flaxseed has for... Yeah, the flaxseed has... It is a porridge. It is a grain porridge. So it will have more carbs as it is a grain porridge. And grains do tend to be like a lot of carbs. I think most carbs are grains. If you are in a low carb diet, the porridge is not for you. If you're not, then it is. I do believe there are some low carb alternatives for stuff though, for a porridge. So that might be something that's doable if you can find a low carb overnight oats recipe or like overnight porridge recipe. I heard the risotto is good. You should try that. Everyone's going to keep mentioning the risotto, you know? It's so good. It's also very filling. All right. So, I wanted to show the book I was talking about that I have yesterday. If the card is still in here. Oh, it is. Okay. So, flashcards. So this is one of my study books. This is a N1 vocabulary target 2000, so 2000 vocabulary words essentially. And it has at the begin. So this is a. You know what? I'm gonna let's see. Hang on a minute. Zooming it in for you. Is this readable? Is it still clear for you? It is? Okay. So this is a study material for the JLPT, which is the Japanese Language Proficiency Test. I am certified in it for rank N3 because it's expensive to take the test, and you can only take it like once a year. And I should have gone for N2 because I pretty much aced the N3, but I have, most of my study materials are for N2 to N1, okay? So, this book does explain 男性と女性による言葉使いの違い, which is how this is explaining gendered language in Japanese because there's more like masculine and more feminine ways to say stuff. So like if you're talking about yourself, you have ore, boku when you're talking about yourself, and girls have watashi and atashi. If you're talking to somebody else, kimi, omae, and then anata. Dante, which is at the end of the word, so da, yo, dane, and girls say yo and ne, right? If you want to get, so interesting that they're illustrating the differences between like conversation there. And then this is keigo. So keigo is the polite grammar forms in Japanese. So if you have son keigo and kenjugo and teinego and igaigo, which are all, these are all like different grammar forms for it. So keigo is the really polite way. This is the stuff that gets really frustrating in Japanese because when you're talking, so for example, iru, if you're saying in regular Japanese, it's imasu. Imasu means exists for something that's living, okay? Imasu. Oru is what you use for kenjugo, and then irasharu is what you use for sonkeigo. And those both mean this. So these are all the same words, but there's a completely different way to say them for grammar reasons. Not grammar, for politeness, honorifics. And if you're taking N1, you have to know all of these. N1 is one of those tests that native Japanese speakers usually can't pass. So, here you go, the tiniest blip of English. So it explains the layout of each page for the vocabulary words and how to use stuff for it. So we have part 1. So as you can see, it's color-coded. So, for example, this is seidai, which is generation. この歌は世代を超えて誰からも愛されている. This song overcomes generational differences and is loved by everyone, right? So, when you're studying, you have this magical red card, okay? When you put the card over, you can no longer read. So if you're testing yourself, you use the card to do like fill in the blanks for it. The study tech from yesterday. Yeah, exactly. So they use the color, and there's some books that have green and red because you can block out different things with different colors. So when you're studying, that way you can test yourself without having to have like a separate sheet or like trying to awkwardly cover it with your hand. But yeah, so you have this entire thing. And then let me show you something else. All right. So you have your study material. And for something like this, which is literally just 2,000 questions altogether, which isn't the most interesting. So maybe you've studied for a bit on the train and now you're like, okay, I think I'm kind of done. you can pass the time with this little ninja guy in the corner. That's amazing. Yeah, there's a little ninja in the corner. Yeah, Heavenly, you can have a piece. I'm out of stock on pistols, though. Yeah. But yeah, this is one of my study books that I have. That's the only one I think that has that thing in the corner. But I also have... Let me show you more of my trinkets. Would you like to see? How many Japanese study books I have? This isn't even all of them, but... Oh. Here, these ones are also important. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay. All right. Are you ready for 90% of the girldm Japanese study materials? Is she trying to learn Japanese? いいえ。もう勉強したんだけど、もう勉強の卒業、専門持っています。もう喋られるけど、勉強を楽しみます。So, there's a Mofu-san textbook. Oh, it's even better. So, I have... A lot of these are going to be up close until I can clear the pile down a bit because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 books in this pile. So, this is this one. This is a Mofu-san book that I bought the last year on a Japan trip. And this is Mofu-san no Eigo. Well, Eikaiwa. Eikaigo. Eigo. Anyways, it's English conversation. So, but it's explaining English phrases in Japanese. So, warm and snug. Nuku nuku. What is Mofu-san, by the way? Mascot character. Cute cats mascots. So, the other thing is, they have the katakana pronunciation down here, which says, so this is for I'm warm and snug, which the katakana, it gives you the pronunciation, which is I'm warm and snug. So they have that pronunciation underneath there, and it has a explanation that says snug wa atatakakute. Snug means like warm, cozy. I'm warm and snug. Why are you there? And so nuzzle nuzzle is suri suri. So they have little conversations like, memo, my cat nuzzles me. Uchi no neko wa watashi ni suri suri shimasu. He's so cuddly. Can I pet him? Pick me up. Dako. Pick me up, fine. Dako. Shikata nai na. Pick a person up, like to, like hold a and go という意味でもよく使われます。Well, to go and get somebody from a location as well. So it explains like, don't scratch me. 引っかかないで。いた、引っかかないで。あ、ごめん。Hug me. So you have pick me up, and you have hug me. Carry me on your shoulders. I'll always be by your side. They're always playing with each other. We're sticking together. Good boy. Mom, I did my best. Good boy. So I picked this one up. Can you move a little bit? I picked this one up because it's so cute. It's so cute. Dang it. Shimatta. I'm hyped. And then it also has some explanations of additional things like phrases in English that use like the word cat, for example. So chapter 3, asobo. So like asobu, to play. Let's play together. I can't reach it. Let's race. Go, go, go. Are you ready to head out? I work out every day. Oh, that's why you are muscular. It's so cute. So I just reverse engineer it. Yeah. Choo-choo! Run! Stop fighting! Kenka yamenasai. This is splendid, isn't it? Can you pull the sled, please? And it's all Mofu-san. And they have like some explanations of different sweets. And kurasu, so like living situations. You want some company? I've got something for you. What are you making? I'm rolling out the dough. Licking ice cream. Come out of there. I want to stay here. And there's a maid cat for the cleaning phrases. Look. That's where that cat comes from? Yeah, this is Mofu-san. I can't stop eating junk food. Can you see anything? It's hush, hush. The breeze feels nice. What should we do? You're so strong. Chikara mochi da ne. Can you let me off here? And then they have some other different sayings. And yasumu, resting. You're always on your phone. Ah! I love Mofu-san. I'm in a food coma. 食べすぎて眠い. I'm still eating. 私はまだ食べる. You have a stiff back. I'm swaying gently. Let's take a short break. Please give me some space. Don't stay up too late. I'm bored to death. I'm worn out. Look at the overworked Mofu-san. Oh my god. Like, anyways, so I bought this one because pretty much if you find cute, like, this is supposed to be a cute English phrase learning book for Japanese learners, right? So if it's something basic like this that gives you short phrases and short explanations, if you can already read a little bit of Japanese, you can pick up some phrases from it and identify the parts of speech that are in it and everything, and then you can use those terms for later usage. Mofu-san is so cute. I love Mofu-san. So I have this one, and then, so interesting thing to note, this opens like a Western book, left to right, because it's teaching English. This one is kotowaza. Kotowaza are Japanese idioms. So this opens Japanese style. And these teach phrases in Japanese that are idioms. So we have like 思い立ったが吉日 which is 何かをしようと思い立ったらすぐその日から始めるのがいい. So this means, this phrase here, which is 思い立ったが吉日. 思い立ったが吉日. So this phrase in Japanese means that if you think of something that you should do, like if it comes to mind something that you should do, then you should start doing it on that day. That's what that means. So then you have an example conversation here, which is like this one says, my stomach is starting to stick out, so I should go to the gym. Like, it would probably be good to go to the gym. And then the other one uses the idiom and says, let's go train. What are those books called in case I want to try some? This one is Mofu-san no Kotowaza, so it's just like Kotowaza, Kotowaza is like an idiom in Japanese. So this one would be a bit more advanced because it's explaining some nuances and things. 寝耳に水 which is 思いがけないことが起きて非常にびっくりすること。So this nemimi ni mizu means to pour water on sleeping ears. And the explanation for this one is that if something happens that somebody told you about, but you didn't register it, and then you're surprised. So this one says, okay, the test is going to start. And then the other one goes, what? I didn't hear that. I did not register that, right? So that's what that phrase means. So yeah, this one's explaining a whole bunch of different idioms that you might come across, or if there's a character that like speaks in a lot of idiom, right? When like people are surprised that they shouldn't backseat, yes, test. This one is probably my most important book that I have. I would buy it for the art itself. If you want to buy it for the art itself, there is actually an English Mofu-san illustration collection. Why so? So this is a grammar dictionary. It is a dictionary of grammar points. So we have nakte and nakte. So this is the same grammar point. And then you have 3 different uses of it, and then it explains how to conjugate it, and then it explains what the meanings are. So nakte is and because, and this one nakte can also be since and the fact that. And so this is using when you're like explaining things. So, but there's a different conjugation for this, for those. No cute cats in this one, unfortunately. And then it tells you like if you find naktatte, it's also, you could check naktemoi. It's the same conjugation from it. So this is, oh, okay, here's one. I actually was watching anime last night and they used hodo. So hodo means to the extent that, so much that. So emphasizes degree, often used with verbs not expressing the speaker's volition or with tai form of verb, nearly the same usage and meaning as kurai, but hodo is used when the level is high. So kurai is like, if you're used, like gurai is usually how it is conjugated into the stuff. But hodo means like more than that amount. Naruhodo, yeah. Masen ka? Won't you? Don't you want to? So this one's a basic one. And it also tells you what test level it is. So this is N5 level. This one's N2. This one's N2. This one's N2. This one's N2. N2 is when you start to see like more nuanced grammar forms. This is N1. This is N2. This is N3. English there too. There's a little bit of English, tiny amounts of English. You do also have some comics in there that are explaining to do together if somebody else is acting or if the speaker is acting. Looks well min-maxed. Yes, it also has Chinese explanations and Korean explanations in it. Oh, that's not a silly question, Matteo. N5 is the lowest level. And then here is the, at the back of it, and then you have like different expressions related to time. And then, so this is like the cheat sheet version where you have like a bunch of stuff all together. So yeah, this is the most important book in my Japanese language learning collection. This is understanding particles from their images, because Japanese particles have a bunch of like, this one's more basic level, but Japanese particles are used a bit weirdly at times. So this is explaining the difference between using made and ni, and what exactly those mean when you're using them together. This is de and o, because sometimes like what does de mean versus what does o mean? So if it's moving within a limited space, you're using de. When you're leaving a place to go to another place, then it's o. This is to and ni. When both perform the same action, it's to. When one has come from another place and become attached to a certain place equals ni. What's a particle? Particles connect things together, like is. And there's other particles. I can't think right now. To and from. Yeah, to, from, further, not further and farther. Further and farther are a bit different. Like at, to, from, those are particles. So you would use them during different times. And in Japanese, the meaning of something can change completely if you use the wrong particle. So I have a specific workbook / dictionary of particles. This, one of my lights is having a party again. Why are you having a party? You were fine completely. And now you hate it. What's going on? Hang on a sec. What's wrong with this light? Maybe that'll work. Okay. This light is still freaking out. There we go. Okay. How did you know which books to get? I have a bachelor's degree in Japanese. So when I am looking through study materials, I'm able to gauge what my level is and what is something that I need explanation for. You got all these after? Yes. Only one of the books in this pile is actually from my university. All of these are ones I've gotten for myself for self-learning because I like languages. These are all just for me. So like, for example, the onomatopoeia book, I did learn a bunch of onomatopoeias. So like, I know like hiri hiri, I know like tsuri tsuri, I know doki doki, like a whole bunch of those. However, there's always additional stuff that you can't necessarily cover in a 4-year degree that you will run into sometimes, and it's important to like be able to find that information. So like musha musha is the sound effect for if you're eating with your mouth full, like with your mouth open and chewing. Mogu mogu is general chewing. Paku paku is if you're like, for example, if you're eating potato chips and you keep opening your mouth up really big after each one so you get that crunch back and forth, that's paku paku. So this covers a bunch of different things. You have like movements, fashion, the office, the weather. They use sound effects to describe the weather a lot in Japanese, so supplementary information. How often do you go back to these books? You always seem so busy. I wish I could go back to them more often, but I don't as often as I could. Mogu mogu is a cute one. Yeah, there's a aloe jelly drink that's called mogu mogu. Paku paku like Pac-Man? Yes, because when Pac-Man is eating things, he closes and opens his mouth all the way. That's why it's Pakumon, because he paku 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 paku. It's literally describing how he's eating. Paku 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 paku. Pakumon. Yeah. So there's see, that's the reason why I keep like learning stuff, because I'm like, oh, these things, right? This is slang. This is a slang dictionary. So they go through, this is just really quick short ones. Choko chokki suru. Supa ni yoru. So this is all slang. Because slang is a bit harder to keep up to date on. I got fat again. In Japan, talking about weight is a very common thing people say. But yeah, this one is more of just like to cheat, to get caught cheating, to fight, to change partners, to get back together, to two-time, to become dramatic, to become a dramatic and terrible situation. 修羅場になる。乗り換える。よりを戻す。Oh my god. This, okay, to change partners, 乗り換える as slang. So the actual meaning of 乗り換える is what you use when you're changing trains. Like if you have a train transfer. That's your 乗り換え. Anyways, slang is something that's really hard to keep up to date on. So I'll buy like slang books or get things that have slang in them so that I can keep track of things, right? Separation. To feel less love with him / her. Sameru, that means to become cold. For his eyes to wander, to distant himself, for a relationship to naturally come to an end, to reject / break up, to separate, break up with them. Onomatopoeia for love. And then we got sightseeing after the relationship section. Yeah. So we have that. This is similar to... This one's an image-based one. This one is a straight-up dictionary explaining particles. So when to use no, when to use node, when to use tari, and then practices in the back. So this is more particle study because sometimes when I'm reading, I need to supplement with it. This one is 日本人の知らない日本語, which translates to even Japanese people don't know this Japanese. So this is explaining like where phrases and words come from. So similarly, like, do you know why movies are called movies in English? Because they move. Moving picture, movie. And previous stuff, some radio shows were called talkies because they were talking. No way. Yeah. Which I think is kind of cute because moving picture is not why it was like they not because it's moving pictures, it because it was moving. It's cute. Movie. Walkie talkie. Because you can walk while you talk. Walkie talkie. When the first moving pictures were silent, then they added sound, they became talkies. Yes, yeah. Thank you for the correction, Torgi. So that's what this is, but with Japanese. This is another grammar dictionary, but this one has more explanations in English and more translations of the actual phrases. So it's the same thing. I do recommend this one more because this one's more advanced study because these ones, the example sentences don't explain what that's saying. Okay? This one, the example sentences are explained. So if you're using this one, you may have to do additional translation work, which is good because it's forcing you to use your language and understand more. However, if you just want to make it through this freaking manga and understand what they're trying to say in that phrase, this might be better for you. So that's why I have two. They're both, this one's slightly bigger. So that's why I have those. This is one of the types of books you can see wherever. I mainly got this one because it's cute. Also, look, Uma Musume. Kanko, umibe, goraku kaden, game, chisei, ganseki. So that's just a picture dictionary. This is a learning textbook. This is one I picked up because it's published by the Japan Times, and it's a newer one. And this is about the level that my study should be. And this focuses, the way that this works essentially is that you have, it gives you an explanation at the beginning for how it works and how the lessons are broken down. It's designed for you to use it for self-learning. So you do get the answer sheets are available for all of the questions and things. Here's some of my chicken scratch. So this one is talking about like famous people. So you can see that Miyazaki is on there. So you have to ask the questions. Japanese for Japanese. What? Anyways, so this one is having a segment about each person. And they have like horizontal, they also have vertical. You can also listen to it read out loud. And it goes over multiple people. And then you have grammar explanations. grammar. So this is the reading section, and then there's the writing section. So the writing section wants you to read through that section and then write your own stuff on it. So this is, I like the quartet ones. It makes you do a lot of thinking on stuff. And I also have the workbook for this, which is a separate thing. And then this is from the Nihongo So Matome book series. And this is test prep. So this is vocabulary, reading comprehension, grammar, kanji, and I have a second copy of this because I bought 2 on accident. So this one is all vocabulary. This one is all reading comprehension. This is all grammar. This is all kanji. Oh, postcards. So like notices of absences, ideographic kanji, writing replies to people, composition, household goods. And then this one is a more easy one, which is, I bought this more for demonstrative purposes when friends are asking about stuff. But this is using pictograms to explain kanji, because this can help people sometimes with memorizing them. So these are kind of a stretch sometimes. And then this is a selection of short stories in Japanese for 6th graders. And this is the one book that I mentioned that I had used in my university before. So it's a collection of short stories. But since they're for 6th graders, which is roughly where my reading level is, they're short enough to go through and identify, and here's one I did. So you can see my notes. Hi, lady. This one was for Sweet Bajiru, which this one's about like first love, young love. So yeah, that's all my study material. Did you have a good stream, lady? I was showing off all of my Japanese books that I have that are from my own library, my own comprehensive collection, my books for purposes, nefarious reasons. I have so many books. I buy books in Japanese too. Like this is not including any of my novels. But I didn't put any of the novels up here either, because I'm gonna have to put that all back away when I'm done. But you're here for the best part. What's next on stream? The best part. I have to find him. Give me a moment. Hi. Oof. It's time for the best part. It's the handsome boy. Hi. I trimmed his murder mitts last night. Look at that majestic being. He's so majestic. How's the zoomed in video resolution, by the way? Was there anything that looked like blurry, or was it all still sharp? Does he fight you when you cut them? Nope. Zoom is good. Okay. Hi. What's this? Is this cat crack? Oh my goodness, here. It's over here. Oh, here. I need to move the porridge because he does not like the smell of cardamom. There you go. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Wait, wait. It's here. Uh-oh. You're dripping on the table, sir. There's some on the table. Okay. Come here. Come on. Here. It's dripping. Come on. Oh, he's stretched. There we go. There he is. There's the boy. 4K whiskey cam. What you gonna do if it's up here? Huh? It's up here. What are you gonna do? Oh. Oh, there he is. Oh, 4K. Oh, the paw. He currently has one paw on my hand, on my wrist. My head's in the way. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna get? Oh, there it is. There it is. There you go. Looks like he has heterochromia. No. No. He got like yellow to green eyes. But just look at this boy. I know. Look at the boy. Here. You want to step up? Come on. If you want the cat crack. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Oh, the boy. Can we get closer? Oh, la creatura. How often do you brush him? I try to brush him daily, but sometimes it's like twice a week. It's not going anywhere. You don't have to put your paw there, BB. See you later, corpse. How inevitable is things getting covered in cat hair? If I brush him regularly, actually one thing that helps a lot is I have like a Roomba style vacuum. And if I run that daily, then there really isn't too much fur that gets about, but I do get fur hairballs if I fall behind. Hi. Oh, you're so polite and handsome. Here, you want some more? It's tuna with shrimp. He loves shrimp. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Here, let's show the class. I need you to put your face up, please. Thank you. So he lets me check his teethies. He doesn't like it, but he lets me. And then he lets me also check his paws. And then also lets me check he doesn't like the back paws as much, but he still puts up with me doing that. Activate the beans, okay. Bean activation! And we have this one. Activate the beans! Can you make him dance? He probably wouldn't be too happy with dancing. He also doesn't mind if I, he doesn't mind if I pet his belly either. He's okay with that. Is he allowed outside? No. He's not allowed outside. Outside cats. Are you flicking your tail, sir? Whiskey. Whiskey. Are you doing things here? Yeah, outside, not good for cats. What's his name? Whiskey. The chat named him. He's 2.5 years old. He's a Siberian forest cat, so he is hypoallergenic because Dad DM has a cat allergy. He knows Kung Fu. He's how does that work? He doesn't have the genes that make his spit have the allergy stuff in it. Depends on how you raise them, but a cat raised only indoor will do poorly outside. Additionally, cats that are outside have a really negative impact on your local environment because that is not a native species to the area, and they kill for fun, and they don't understand the laws of traffic, and they will not hit the crossing signal and wait for the signal to change colors. So, wait, it's the spit that triggers that? Yep. Oh yeah, outside cats do also get eaten by coyotes here. So there are a wide number of reasons why I do not believe in letting my cat go outside. And at the very, very, very least, if you do want your cat to be outside, you really should fix down here so that they're not bringing more kitty cats into the world. So the only time that I'm like, okay, yeah, outdoor cats is if it's a situation like my auntie has, where she has a barn and she has cats that live in the barn, and those cats eat the mice that are out there. They have a job, they're working, and they are eating the mice. It's the owls that get them here. Yep. Hey, baby. But yeah, he's, as you can see, this is what I call Jane Doe whiskey. As you can see, his ears are down like a Dumbo rat, which is what Jane Doe is. And then this is High Alert Bunny Rabbit whiskey. And this is whiskey if he was bald. And this is whiskey if... How much does he weigh now? He weighs 5 kilos. That's the weight he's supposed to be. So I have an electric litter box for him, and his litter box weighs him, and it texts me updates to his weight. So he weighs 5 kilos because that is the weight he is supposed to be, and he gets his teeth brushed every single time he tries to chew on the monitor that chat's on. So that's pretty much daily. Rawr. Rawr. Have you gotten his blood work done to make sure he stays healthy? Yep, he has pet insurance, and he goes and sees the vet every year for his checkup and stuff, and they check various things. He's had a whole bunch of blood tests done when he was 5 months old because this guy's allergic to chicken. Disastrously allergic, and that took a lot of money to figure out and fix. Has he ever hissed at all? Nope. No chicken. Yep. Do cats even eat chicken? Yes, 90% of the cat food has chicken in it. What's his diet? He mostly eats very fancy cat food that I get him. That has mostly fish. He's a bit skittish about stuff that's not fish because of how much he threw up when he was little and trying to figure out that he was allergic to chicken, because a lot of stuff has chicken and beef mixed together, so he has negative associations with them. He does like lamb and he likes rabbit. And now he's lost in the sauce. What's his favorite food? He really likes salmon. And he likes shrimp. He likes freeze-dried shrimp. And he likes dried shaved tuna. Has he gotten louder beyond beeping as he's gotten older? Every now and again he'll like go poop and he has to announce the fact that he had a really big poop, so he'll yowl a little bit, but it's more like a meow kind of sound that he only does like one or two of, and then I call his name. I wonder if he'd like deer meat. Probably. But yeah, he's very quiet. Didn't he scare himself with a sound recently? He did. We were playing hide and seek, and he was seeking me, and he let out a much louder, like an actual meow that he wouldn't normally make, and he actually scared himself, and I had to. It's like, what was that noise? So I had to let him know that he was okay. Do you wash him? Sometimes. So as you can tell by the fur on my gloves, he does shed a decent amount. And if I haven't been up to date on keeping him brushed and I want to get a whole bunch of his fur out at once, I do give him a bath. He doesn't have any issue with water. Yeah, he's completely fine with water. I can wash him and everything, no issues. But yeah, that's whiskey. 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 Oh, don't touch the camera. No, sir. You are not a cameraman. I'll have you know. I wish I could get him to beep. He's done a couple of like call and answer for me before. Yeah. Whiskey. Whiskey. Okay, goodbye. There you go. Do you meow at him? Not really. Annoyed tail flicking? Yeah. That's his, I'm done. So I let him go. But he's still like right next to the table. He hasn't left anywhere. Whiskey camera services? Yeah. But yeah, there you go. There was your whiskey cam. But yeah, he's a good cat. I do a lot of work with him. He's not scared of the Roomba. He's not scared of the vacuum cleaner. I can dry my hair and he doesn't hide. Has he tried riding the Roomba yet? No, he just likes to watch it. It's one of his favorite entertainment pieces. And after I'm done like tidying up and everything today, I will likely, yeah. After I'm done tidying up today, I'll do a round on the Roomba. Oh, let me show you what I did to my Roomba. Look! This K-pop demon hunter Roomba. It hunts demons. It's a demon hunting Roomba. Like, isn't that so powerful? It sweeps the whole moon. Yeah. Are you more of a Saja fan or Saja Boys fan? How does he feel with guests? Oh, he loves guests. He loves guests. Like, Ember's very tall and has a very deep voice. And I made sure that when I got Whiskey, I was like, Ember and Dio need to come over while he's still a baby and feed him a ton of treats so they can be used to him. Well, he can be used to them. So, yeah, Whiskey's completely fine with people. He loves company, actually. He will come and love on any new guest that comes over. He runs away when they first walk in the door, but then he wants to be picked up and cuddled, and doesn't matter if you're a guy or if you're a girl or if you have a high voice or a low voice. He's just like, yay, guests. Yeah, treat for the cat, not for you. But yeah, I think the food's been done. The cat's been done. I showed you my books. Please respond. Oh, you know what? Before it is food related, let me show you one more thing. One more thing. One more thing. One more thing. And by one more thing, I mean several. So I have last Japan trip. I didn't make a video of this yet, but I have some tinned fish. I think the ayu and garlic oil I should probably be able to make a pasta with. And then this is smoked salmon belly. And then these are not fish. These are canned vegetarian hamburger patties. It's just the patty. It's not it's just the patty. It's not like the burger and everything in it. But yeah, they're Moss Burger and KK Camp collaboration. I bought these when I was in Nagano. They were getting rid of the stock because they had a ton of them and not a lot of people bought them, so I bought them. I was wondering what happened to the canned fish. Yeah, it's still on the counter. I did get, hang on a sec. I need to remember where I put it. Because I got one more. I got this while Nane was visiting. Plant-based seafood. So it's celery root whitefish. So I was like, huh. That looks interesting. So that's why I got it. Wonder what it looks like? Yeah. The website for the producing company. Oh my god. Hang on a sec. The website for the producing company for it, they recommend putting it with cream cheese on a bagel. So I have cream cheese right now, so I could put it on a bagel. I don't know. It's vegan too. Yeah. Kind of like lox, I guess. I'm not sure. But it was interesting, and that's why I bought it, because while I am pescatarian and I have like limitations on food that I eat, I am an adventurous eater, so I will try stuff. Will I like it or not? No idea, but at least I'll try it, right? How much oil does it have in it? I don't know. It does say that it has sunflower oil. The whole can is 240 calories. Like, absolutely no protein because it's vegetable root. But it's interesting, and that's why I got it. Yeah. But anyways, I think I'm going to call it on that so that I can sit down and clean up stuff and play video game. Yeah. More Hades 2? Yes. I got to climb to the mountaintop last night, and I got killed by a tail. Digimon out, by the way? I just have so many things. I still haven't like played through Expedition 33 yet. Like, there's too many things. You know? There's a couple other games that have come out that have been on my wish list on Steam for a really long time. RimWorld. I've seen the Digimon in action already. They cooked. I'm aware. How much reading is there? How much out loud reading? How much non-voice acted reading is there? Reading, I know. It's mainly voiced. Because if it's mainly voiced, like, but we're gonna have another Persona situation. I'm just gonna be stuck playing the game for like a year straight. RimWorld. I like RimWorld. Oh yeah, Undertale's also on the menu. Barrett made a really awesome mod to put myself into the game. So like, you know? You know? Just rerun the afternoon streams. Return the afternoon streams. Once I get through more of my torture, maybe, like, because I did spin torture yesterday morning. But I'm not really muscle sore today, which is good. How long are the Digimon games normally? They are long JRPGs, generally. Ooh! All right, the raid on YouTube is going to go to Kason because she is currently playing through, this one is super long. Oh, good. She's currently playing Silent Hill F. And then Twitch is gonna get my good friend 5UP, and 5UP is playing Hollow Knight and attempting Steel Soul runs. Hollow Knight Silksong. Sorry, attempting Steel Soul Silksong is what 5UP is doing. And I already turned off the webcam and took my gloves off. So we will just do the head pats in double tomorrow because I would like to, I'm tired and I have to clean up and it's warm. So we'll do that next time. Yeah. 5UP is doing Steel Soul Silksong. Out there silking songs. Cyber Sleuth took me about 70 hours. I also had downloaded side missions. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot, especially since I do like 5-hour-long streams each time. Yeah. Anyways, tomorrow is more Final Fantasy 14. And I will be... Oh, I just realized I did not have the Ethernet cable plugged into this laptop this entire stream. How was the connection? Was it okay? Yeah, this has better Wi-Fi. It has a better Wi-Fi card, so that's good. Okay, I was wondering why sometimes the model was hitching a little bit. That might have been the connection. Okay. It was fine? Yay! All right. But anyways, have a good rest of your weekend. I'm gonna put the ending screen up. And be good. Eat delicious food. Never eat anything bigger than your head. Oh, remember, cave diving is mandatory now. There has been an international announcement that everyone is now legally required to go cave diving. So get prepared for that.